All my active listings were stored in cardboard boxes sitting on the floor with no organization method. There was no box 1 through 100 that I was keeping it in. It was strictly like, hey, here's a box and a space in the box. Let's throw it in there and I'll find it when I need it, which is ridiculous and it just doesn't work. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Big Listing channel. So today's the day that we've been talking about for a little bit with the collection of videos that I made when I was organizing all the stuff down in the basement. So right now I'm on my front porch. It's a very nice day outside, and just wanted to record this to let you know what's kind of coming up. So it's a collection of a handful of clips over the course of a few weeks that I made, just showing the progress from what things were, more or less, because I actually forgot to start recording at an appropriate time, to what it turned into in the basement with the current setup. And I will show my current setup at the very end of the video and where things are at as of today. So, you know, I'm not quite sure how this is going to turn out, but, you know, just hang in there. I think it's a really cool process to see it go from one thing to another. And, you know, I talk a little bit about the shift in my sales and all sorts of good stuff that comes up out of it. So I'm really interested to hear what everybody thinks. I'm sure I'll say this again at the end, but you know, let me know down in the comments. Even in the middle of the video, just jump down there and be like, hey, I like this. Why did you do things this way? I do it this other way. You know, tell me how you guys have your stuff set up. And I'm always really interested to hear, but let's get into the video. We're gonna start here outside my garage. So we're just gonna kind of give you a rundown of what we've been doing so far. It's probably gonna be a video that's a little bit all over the place, and I hope you hang in there with me for it till the end. All right, so garage is pretty important here, not just because of our vehicles. So all this stuff along the edge, well, not all of it, some of it has been storage for eBay stuff. So all this you're seeing here, stuff to resell, eBay, back here, eBay, boxes, eBay, that whole thing of stuffed animals in the corner, eBay, this stuff under here, eBay, eBay. You can see up in there. This is a very small preview of the amount of stuffed animals. I did a deal a while back. It's like 500 stuffed animals for $500. And it's really going to pay off. I think I'll make $4 grand in the long run. Over here you can see a couple other things, some eBay here, here, here. In this box, not so much these. I just got to pack up some inflatables. But these are all good things. We got a couple eBay things down there with the mitts, a couple of the board games, the fog machine, that sort of thing. We come over here. Got some more stuff. This was a garage sale I went to last weekend. I got all this stuff for free except for the picture frame, which is fantastic. It's probably $400 worth of stuff. Got some more things off of a Buy Nothing page. That's a great way to source our Buy Nothing pages in your area. We'll talk about those in a future episode. Something else to note here is ignore the recycling bin. I got this rainbow vacuum from my mother-in-law. Actually, I'll be parting it out and selling it that way. I'll probably make more on parting it out. And also I can ship in lighter packages, so it'll work out better that way. If you think it doesn't look pretty up in the garage with everything just kind of tossed about, waiting to go up, cleaning, listing, all that sort of stuff, it was even worse down here because that death pile that was in the garage continued down here. So I'm going to show you that. So this is my death pile. This whole section right here, death pile. Crazy stuff. Now beyond this, it got even worse. All my active listings were stored in cardboard boxes sitting on the floor with no organization method. There was no box 1 through 100 that I was keeping it in. It was strictly like, hey, here's a box and a space in the box. Let's throw it in there and I'll find it when I need it, which is ridiculous and it just doesn't work. But I got some storage containers in today. I ordered 12 of them because I've been keeping everything in cardboard boxes. I started pulling it all apart to transfer everything over. And then I realized, hey, I should probably record this to show everybody, like, this is what I've been up to. So, you know, as I've told you guys, I've been operating between my garage, my office, storing stuff in the dining room, and the basement. I'm currently in my basement, as you can tell by these lovely unfinished walls and piping. But I'm just going to show you guys what it was, and I'm in the middle of everything, so bear with it, but the basement's a disaster. So originally I was keeping all my eBay stuff from here, and it was coming back all the way to about right behind this VCR player. And what I started doing is I ordered these Sterilite containers and I'm going to be labeling them, and I'm going to be transferring everything into them. So you can see I'm starting to separate into the bins. This is what I think could kind of work in each bin. And then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each bin and decide, hey, do I want to keep this? Do I want to relist it? Do I like the photos? And I'm going to really update all my listings so that everything looks appropriate, that it's listed at a good price. So a lot of these things that I have currently listed are things that I listed when I first got started, like at the beginning of 2020. So, you know, there's probably a lot of errors, a lot of flaws in that, and that's fine. But I want to make sure that I'm doing what I can to make sure that they're optimized to sell. That's really it. I just want to move some of this now. So as you guys saw, you know, I have a lot of stuff floating around here. Unfortunately, I forgot to take a video before I started ripping it all apart. I'm going to be pre-packaging some stuff. And, you know, this is just going to be a work in progress over the coming days, weeks, whatever it is. But I'm really excited about this. This already feels really good. I've started to move all my shipping supplies down so that I can do all my shipping here. I officially have a spot to set up my photo tent, which again, it's only a folding table right now because again, I don't have like a desk or a good setup down here. But just so you guys can see what I'm doing, I got my photo tent. I have a bunch of stuff for my GoPro in here. And then I have shipping supplies down here, so a bunch of like free priority mail boxes. I have some first class boxes tucked behind there that I purchased. A lot of packing materials, plaid flat rate envelopes, backdrops for the light box, larger cardboard boxes, as well as large flat rate boxes, other packing materials, miscellaneous things like that. And then obviously my handy dandy backpack where I keep my GoPro and any other accessory type things that I need, such as headphones, etc., etc. But anyway, that's what's going on. This already feels awesome. I actually haven't had a spot to be in. I haven't had a spot to work all in one place where it's a home base, so I grab my stuff and I can list. It's always been, oh, I got a list, so let's set up the photo tent, let's do this and that and the other thing, and it's just going to be really easy. I can duck down here, I can list 5 things and jump back upstairs. It's really great. All right, so we're back again next day. So last night I ended up finishing getting most everything into the new bins. They were all up on those chairs like I showed you guys. So everything's in these 12 bins, with the exception of these Beanie Babies, which I'm probably going to get those in a bin, just throw them in a bag into a bin. And then that box here, those are USB hubs that I'm selling for just a couple dollars. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that VCR. And this is a box of a bunch of stuffed animals. Over here we have all the cardboard boxes I used to keep everything in. So the next step is to go through each individual bin and look up the listing, assign a number to the bin, and make sure that that item stays in there so that I actually have a nice system. So that when I sell something, you know, I can just see that it's in like bin 8 or whatever it might be. I'm not sure how I'm going to label them yet. Probably just an alphanumerical one like everybody does. I don't necessarily see myself needing, you know, 50 or 60 bins or something over time. Maybe I will. Maybe I'm just being a little narrow-sided. I just ordered 12 more so that I have a little more space. I'm hoping to get a nice rack to put these bins on over here by the depth power it's at currently. Start getting them off the floor so it looks a little bit better. And we'll see where it goes. So this is definitely going to pay off in the long run. And yeah, this is coming about a year too late. So I 100% messed up by not doing this sooner. But it's good that it's happening now, and not when I get up to even more listings. You know, I'm currently at about 310-ish active. I'm going to eliminate a number of them through this. I can see that there's stuff that I just wouldn't sell now that I started off with. And we'll see where that goes. Hey everyone, just wanted to provide a quick update on how things are going with sorting everything between all the storage bins. It's pretty slow moving. I actually haven't really worked on it yet today. It's like 11:15 at night, so I'll be getting started on that now. Yesterday, I finished up the third box and most of the fourth box. The fourth box is actually a lot of video games, movies, CDs, cassette tapes, that sort of stuff. And it's a lot of like individual listings, not many lots in there. So I'll show you guys what I have going on right now. So A1 here. So let's start it this way. This back row, center row, not done. And then right now it's A1, 2, 3, and then 4. So you can see these are all the video games, movies, that sort of stuff, CDs. I have a couple cassette tapes I still need to finish. Those are over here. And so I'll be going through those this evening. So, you know, so far I'm pretty happy. I'm just really excited to get all these done. You know, with all this organization that I'm doing, I'm actually adjusting all the prices for, well, I shouldn't say all. I'm adjusting a lot of the prices on things so that they work a little bit better and in my favor. I'm sitting here and, you know, it's hard to not get a little bit greedy when you're doing this, where you start thinking like, well, you know, the range that you can sell something is from $20 to $25, so I'm going to list it for $25. You know, let's really push for that top end. I don't think that that's always reasonable. And the reality is if we're sitting here trying to sell things, it's not going to help us at all if it's just sitting in our inventory and not actually moving. So it's great that I have a list for $25, but if it's going to sell at 20 or 15 even, sure, you're taking a little hit, but are you? Because it's not sitting in your inventory, and now you have money in your pocket for you to spend and reinvest in your business and build it up. My biggest concern at this point is just making sure that I get through all of these boxes and that these are all organized. Again, another 12 are on their way. They're going to be here on Monday. And so I'm really excited to have that extra space, and we'll see what comes of that. This is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about it. And you know, with the price adjustments, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I've done like $200 in the last like 2 days. It's been awesome. Really exciting stuff. So I'm really hoping that kind of perpetuates for the next, you know, couple weeks or whatever it takes me to get through the rest of these boxes, because yeah, there's still like another 200 listings I have to get through. So we'll see what happens. All right, so here we go again. It's been a few days since I have updated everybody on what's going on. I've been working through the boxes. It's slowed down a little bit only because of the amount of stuff in each of the boxes. So I went through a box of like video games, music, movies. That was a bunch of stuff. It was probably like 50 listings that I redid or relisted because of photos, errors, whatever. A lot of things from when I was first starting up. So that's a big deal. I want to make sure that it's right going back up because I don't want to have to mess with this and do it again. Currently, I'm actually going through a bunch of glassware. You know, for a while I went on a kick with some mugs and that sort of thing, and it made a big difference, and it's cool and all, but I'll show you guys what I'm working on here. So I have like all this glassware, and I'm going to pre-box all this. So I got started working on it already. You can see that some of it's here. This guy down here, I know it's a little bit dark. You got these two, you know, and there's going to be quite a bit more. Now this box down here that we're seeing with all the junk in it, these are listings that I'm pulling down because they haven't really been selling, and I'm kind of at a point where if I drop the cost any lower, I'm going to have to end up losing money. Not because I invested money in, because most of the stuff in there I got for free. I actually think all the stuff I got in there is for free. However, if I drop the price any lower, I'll end up in the negative on my profit because the shipping and the fees will put me at like say -$1 or $2, and I'm not gonna, you know, pay somebody for them to buy my stuff. And I'm really excited to start, you know, clearing the plate for what comes next and like attacking some of these death piles. I'm not sure if I'll get started down here or if I'll start up in the garage just to get some of that stuff out of there and down here. But it's all good things. I'm really excited. So we will see what happens. And yeah, I'll update you guys tomorrow, maybe the next day. We'll see what happens. All right, it's been, I think, 2 days, 3 days, something like that, 2 or 3 days since I last updated on what's going on here with organizing everything. So good news, I am done. I've made it through all of my active listings and they are all organized here. Okay, so it snakes this way. then it comes up, and it comes across, and after A8, and it comes up here to 9 through 12, 13, 14. This is a China doll. It's called like Baby Bertha or Big Bertha or something. It's a China doll with a couple outfits. Limbs have chips and cracks and all sorts of stuff, but it's still pretty valuable. So that's individually boxed, because once it's sold and the person said, hey, I forgot that I actually have this one already, so it must be a pretty big collector. Remove this really quick. Down here we have a bunch of USB hubs that I got. They're USB 2.0s, all brand new in the box. You guys can see what I'm selling here. Got those, they're all brand new. It's pretty awesome stuff because it also comes with a car charger in there. I'm selling these for like, I think, $4.75 plus shipping or something like that in my store. And I also have volume pricing as well. Let's get this back down. And then this guy here, this is a giant lot of Beanie Babies. I think it's like 54 of them. Like 99.9% are all retired. Teeny beanies, full-size beanies. Hit or miss shape on the tags, obviously, because, you know, they're so old. I have some new International Bears from McDonald's, brand new in the packaging, so hopefully those go for a couple bucks. Nothing crazy, just trying to get rid of them plus the shipping. Now we come over here. You know, this is the bin of stuffed animals you guys have seen before. However, I started up a second one, so I just got this box from my folks the other day. It had like air filters for their furnace in it, but got the tabs off, so that's letter B, and I'm going to be starting to go through that because I'm trying to finish listing all of my Disney stuffed animals. So this is this disaster here. Big set of Disney stuffed animals in here. This is a battery operated one I need to test. And then this is a little lot that I just put to the side. So with that being said, it's pretty awesome that we have everything set up and squared away. I'm really excited to get the rest of these Disney plushes, stuffed animals, whatever you guys want to say, all set up, listed, and active. That way I can move on to the Build-A-Bears and get everything out of my garage that way. Then I'll start working through the death pile that's over here, which I've showed you guys multiple times. Once, you know, again, once I'm through the stuffed animals, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll keep going through the garage. Maybe I'll work on the death pile in the basement. I'm not really sure at that point, but the big focus right now is the stuffed animals. But this is really exciting. I've probably had a dozen sales in the last few days, which is more than normal, but I've also been really active on the store relisting things, doing sell-similars, just to generate that business. And it's been super awesome. Just being like, hey, this has been like A9. And I jump in, I grab it, I box it, and I ship it. I'm really excited to get a laptop down here and be able to set up my label printer down here so it's all one stop, but it's already so much better in the way that it's streamlined, which is really exciting. Anyway, I am going to take a short break here, and then I will come back downstairs and get back to working on this bevy of Disney stuffed animals, which is a heck of a thing. It's really important you guys see this. Big reason I wanted to start this YouTube channel is to show what it looks like when you are really a nobody doing reselling, and it's super important that you realize everyone starts somewhere. You know, I follow a few specific guys on YouTube for their flipping because I just like their channel. I like what they're doing. I like the way they do things, they talk, what they're selling, whatever it is. It's just something appealing about it. But when I started watching these guys, and even when I went back to their first videos, they were all quite established. I don't consider myself established considering I was just working off of cardboard boxes in the basement here, not, you know, 3 weeks ago. So, you know, I don't have a true basement setup. This is my basement, but like I don't have a true setup down here. I'm kind of winging it as I go. So everything down here can happen with the exception of creating shipping labels. I still do that up in my office because I don't have a laptop. So I just think it's important that people can feel motivated and say, hey, you know what? I don't need a storage unit. I don't need a specific shed in my backyard to set up in. I don't need a separate like house, apartment. I don't need whatever it may be for you. You know, this is a really exciting thing for me to do. I'm very happy to be here. And, you know, reselling is just an exciting thing. You know, it's definitely something where you gotta love the process and not just the end result of hearing the little cha-ching go off on your phone. Hey, what's up everybody? We're back in the basement. I just want to provide a quick update because I haven't made a video in a couple days here. I should say I haven't recorded in a couple days, but I just want to provide a quick update. I've been listening like crazy. I'm up to 16 boxes with some extra stuff left over that just doesn't fit in the boxes. And I'm working through the basement death pile because I have nearly all the stuffed animals done. Okay, so stuffed animal wise, we just have a few in here. It looks like a lot because of a full bin, but it's really like 3 really big guys and a Build-A-Bear. We got this penguin Build-A-Bear here, and that's it. So I think there's 5 total. Over here you can see that we have all of our stuffed animals all set up. And the best part is that I got them all in individual poly bags. The writing on there, that's just a suffocation warning. They were the cheapest bags I could find on Amazon to order, or really anywhere was the cheapest setup. But every one of them's done. Some of these are fairly large, so I just decided to pre-bag them because it was like a double poly bag of the 19 by 14.5 poly bags. So for instance, this is just a pillow that says "This is us." Here we actually, I believe this is a Finding Nemo. Yeah, this is a giant 2-foot Finding Nemo plush from the Disney store. So, you know, there's a couple like that in there. We have a few others you can see where I've even pre-boxed them because it just makes more sense with how they're going to be shipping out instead of just lotting them together in poly bags. So I'm really excited about this. Yeah, I really enjoy listing stuffed animals. You know, they're easy, not just for the shipping aspect, but they're easy to actually list. So, you know, that's a nice little feature there. And you know, just again, it's a lot of progress, and I'm really proud of that. Now beyond this, I already talked about how I'm up to 16 boxes. So, you know, I know it's still in reverse order, A1 down there, A16 up there, but it's still really good stuff. Now these are, you're seeing some stuff over here. So again, we still have the USB drives. We have that box of Beanie Babies below that, and below there we have a China doll that's all boxed up. Up top here though, you can see that these are some newly released Roblox Nerf guns. And they also come with this virtual code so you can actually download the gun in the Roblox game. These are going out of stock everywhere really fast. I found 4 of them at a local Target. And so I'm going to try to flip them on eBay. If they don't flip now, which I understand I might catch a little heat for, hey, this sells for, you know, 25 bucks in the store, why are you trying to flip it for double? Well, because that's how this works. We're all out here to try to make some money, and you know, when you get a good lead, you want to give it a try. But if it doesn't work here, what I'm going to do is actually, this might be the first thing I try sending into Amazon. I've been very nervous to do Amazon for a while now, but at some point, I'm just going to have to pull the trigger and decide, hey, this is something I'm going to give it a whirl. And if it fails, it fails. If it's successful, great. And we'll just have to roll the dice there. Yeah, so, you know, in the next few days, we'll see where this goes. But again, it's just really exciting that this is where things have gotten to in the last, I mean, really in the last handful of days. I finished most of the plush by last Saturday. And, you know, this is just, it's just taken off, and it's awesome. And this is the first time since I've started eBay that I've consistently listed, starting, what was it? July 11th was when I started organizing all of this stuff. Right now it's August 5th. So, you know, if this comes out and it's a few months from now, no surprises. But we will, we're coming up on a month of not missing a day of listing, which might sound like, well, what a menial accomplishment. But this is the key to success on eBay. Everybody says it. I'm not the first guy to say this. It's not like I haven't known this and this is the big discovery. It's just, it's been very hard to juggle everything else going on in my life plus eBay. And especially when you don't have all your eBay stuff in one single spot. I cannot stress that enough. One spot has made the huge difference for me. Because if this were the same situation I had prior to coming all in the basement nearly a month ago, I would not be listing this consistently. And because I'm listing consistently, when I say that, it's not 10, 20, 30 items a day. I'm putting up between 3 and 7 items every single day. Does not matter the denomination. And today I put up $400 or $500 worth of stuff. Yesterday I put up $50 worth of stuff. Yesterday I listed 9 things. Today I listed 3. Except I've had a minimum of 3 sales every single day for the last 11 days. And that's what really matters, that consistency, because it's going to get you the sales and it drives you to put more stuff up. It's all about that motivation. It's going to, you know, when you see those sales pop off and you hear the little cha-ching on your phone pop up, it just feels really good. Love that sound. It's probably my favorite sound in the whole world. But yeah, you know, thanks for jumping in, taking a look at this. I don't know, again, who knows, maybe we figured out what we're doing with the channel by now, maybe we're not, but yeah, this is just awfully exciting stuff, and I can't wait for everyone to see it. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed that montage of clips. So I'm sure you can all notice that I didn't do a very good job with many of those clips, because those were the very first videos I actually ever recorded with the GoPro here, and I had no idea what I was doing. So when a lot of stuff doesn't make sense, it's a little choppy, you know, maybe there's a lot of camera movement. I'm sure there's still a lot of camera movement here. You know, that's why. So this whole thing's been a big learning process. Even this video I'm making now is a learning process. But one thing I want to do before I wrap up this video is actually just walk through what things look like now, because they're a little bit different than they were before. So let me turn the camera around so we can take a quick look. So not much has changed over here where I actually do all my listing and everything. Death pile has grown a little bit, but I've just been trying to source quite a bit. Still got the boxes there, still have the photo tent, some shipping supplies, a bunch of junk on the top there that I'm trying to list or get rid of otherwise. Over here, things are a little stacked up, kind of funny, but that's just because I've been listing and storing things in some of the lower boxes here. But again, these are all my active listings here. A17 also has some active listings, but I also use this tower to prop the GoPro here up on top of on a tripod. And you guys have seen in some of my other videos that this is the backdrop over this way. And then, as we're all familiar with from my other videos here that you've seen before this, all of my stuffed animals are here. And then those miscellaneous prepackaged larger boxes at the bottom. So like I said, a little bit different, not tons and tons of change, but I still want to show everybody exactly where it's at now versus a lot of those videos. And as I said a few times in the videos, I am really proud and excited of what I've done here. You know, this is not typically something that's in my personality to, you know, start something like this or even do this here on YouTube. I get a little nervous putting myself out there in a lot of cases. So again, this is all a new adventure. It's all a big learning curve, but I'm actually having a really good time while I do it. And I hope you're all enjoying watching everything as we go through. So, you know, again, if you enjoyed this, you know, let me know down in the comments. Tell me what your setup's like I mentioned at the start of the video. If you're enjoying everything, even a little bit, hit a like on the video. You know, maybe subscribe to the channel to get updates on all my new videos that come out. I try to release one every Friday with what sold and maybe 1 or 2 other subjects that came up. This is going to be a midweek video, which I've mentioned a couple times. So, till the next time, let's go out there and get some sales.